Just to make a quick introduction, my name is Liz. I am based here in the US headquarters in New Jersey. I'm a sales specialist. I worked with Cressi for many years now, and I'm joined by two of my amazing colleagues and friends who are located in completely different parts of the world. I'm going to give them the mic for a second so they can say hello and introduce themselves. I'll start with Theo.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Liz. So my name is Theo Knevel. I'm a scuba freediving instructor. And among other things, for Mr. Cressi, I'm responsible for the Caribbean. And I'm doing this from the Caribbean. I'm talking to you from Bonaire.
Thanks.
Luca, floor is yours.
Perfect. My name's Luca Della. I'm in charge of sales for Southern Florida and the Northeast. I'm running spearfishing, freediving, and hydros for the paddle boards, and I'm excited to be here.
Thanks, guys. We're super excited to be with all of you. Before we get the ball rolling, we are going to be talking about 4 specific products. Basically, we're going to do an overview, but of course, if you guys have questions, there's a place where you can do a Q&A. You can write your questions to us. I'll be reading them. I'm going to make sure to be interactive with Theo and with Luca. So if you guys have anything at all that you want to ask, please, we encourage it. Feel free to do so. We are here for you. We're going to kick it off starting with underwater electronics. We're going to be talking about a new product called Nepto. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick with you guys just to show you a quick overview of what I'm talking about. Theo, Luca, can you confirm with me that you see my screen?
Yep, perfect.
Great. So this is what we're going to get started on. Just to give you guys a little bit of background information before we kick things off with Theo and Luca. If you have any doubts, any questions, you want more information, you think that something is missing, we're here to answer any questions, but you can also go to Cressi.com. You can also find yourself on YouTube, on Instagram. We have so many different platforms that you guys can access to find more information if for some reason we don't cover it during this Q&A. So please feel free to use any of our platforms. They're full of information, manuals, how-to videos, everything that you could possibly need is there. So let's get into it, guys. What is the Nepto? Could you tell me a little bit about it? What is it for? Which sport? And how is this kind of differing from similar product that we've had in the past?
Oh, there's a lot of questions. Well, to start with the last, it's an upgrade from the Drake. The Drake was a dedicated freedive computer, just like the Nepto. And the word computer says it all. It's not like a botted timer with a high sampling rate. It has an algorithm to try to keep you safe. You should listen to it. An upgrade from the Drake with the Nepto is, for first, we had the surface interval. With other words, it's a Taravana prevention. It's a feature on the Nepto, which means Taravana is some kind of a decompression illness. Without going into the medical aspects of this, it's a fact that when you go deeper, when there's colder water and when you don't have a long enough surface interval, you might have a risk. We always give you a ratio on the Drake, and now it even gives you a countdown timer. So how it goes, if I'm having a breathe up and I dive down, and at the time that I surface, on my Nepto, I see that I have to stay at the surface for 1.5 minutes, and it ticks down the seconds until I'm released to go down again. It's not that I have to wait. In the meantime, I can do breathe up. And I'm more of a free diver, often on the line, and then I'm not alone, but I know that a lot of, especially spearfishers, go out alone as well, and then they have somebody with them. Luca, I'm sure you...
Right. I mean, you obviously never want to dive alone, but when you get into the heat of the moment, spearfishing, there's a lot of stuff going on compared to diving on the line. On the line, you're solely focused on, your diving. When you're spearfishing, you're looking for your next spot, your next fish. You might do a dive or two back to back rather quickly because you're either, hunting a fish or trying to get a fish out of a hole or so on and so forth. So this is a great feature to have to, kind of check yourself and be like, all right, I need to, stay up a little bit longer and actually listen to this thing.
Yeah. And Luca, in case that ever happens, that you do go down before the watch or the computer tells you that you're released. What happens, because I get that question often, your former time is added on top of the new time. So that's how it works. And you can adjust it in 8 different levels depending on what you do. Like in case, if I as an instructor, and people that know me personally know that I don't have the patience to teach a lot, that's not my job. But if I explain somebody free diving, then I can put it on a more or less conservative level. So it allows me to support my students.
Correct.
So there's a ton of options in there. And the computer itself, it comes with a quick reference. There are 9 different videos on YouTube, on the Cressi channel, with all different features, clearly explained on the screen. And I invite everybody to watch those, to learn more about there's so many features in there, too many to now name this in a short webinar like this one.
Right.
No, for sure. No, that's amazing. And I think too, like, so with the Nepto, is there an option that it has a logbook, and then from the logbook, can I download my logbook to some kind of interface, or does it keep track of that?
100%. The Cressi Bluetooth interface that we have in a separate device to prevent battery loss on your computers, because we know from our phones that Bluetooth drains your battery. So we have a separate little device. You click it on top of your dive computer that you might already have from Cressi, but also on your Nepto, and it automatically talks with the app on your phone, or you can also wire it if you want to with your laptop or your computer, and you can have an electronic logbook like it's 2021. I think we actually the top of.
Oh, that's amazing. That's super cool feature. So really quick, I have a poll that I can launch for everybody in the audience, just asking about, the question is, if you had to choose, what would be your most favorite Nepto feature? This is a multiple choice question, guys. We're going to give around 45 seconds for the audience to answer. Please go ahead. I can see some people are already answering the poll. Thank you so much. And so far, the Tarvana Protection program is winning with a 50% overall vote. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. We're at 45 seconds now. So yes, I'm going to share the results with you guys so you can see how it looks. People really like the Tarvana Protection. People are also big into the dive alarms, and then your dive time was the least favorite. So thanks, guys. So let's move on. I know there's so much more information that we could talk about with the Nepto, but I know that we have some other products that we need to get to, and we don't want to take up too much time. But again, guys, if you had any more questions about the Nepto, you can ask in the Q&A below, or you can always reference our website, YouTube, the user manual like Theo was talking about. So let's move on to the next product. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen just to give you guys once again a little view of the product that we will be talking about next. This is just to introduce the Gara Modular Impulse. This is part of our Gara Modular family. I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with the Gara Modular line from Cressi that's been very successful. This is the newest member of the family. I'm not going to talk too much about it because Theo and Luca are going to get into it. This is just to let you guys know, as always, all the information that you would ever need on the product is available at Cressi.com. Also available on YouTube and Salsify for product details and images. Whatever you may need, it is available there. But of course, if you have questions during this live session, please drop them in the Q&A below and we'll be happy to answer them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Guys, the Impulse is a beautiful looking fin. I love it. I think it's stellar. Besides technical, it's just gorgeous. Tell me a little bit about this, the technical features of the Gara Modular Impulse. What is unique about this compared to other free diving blades?
Yeah, a lot. And I'm going to answer it because I've been part of the testing team from the very start with the Nepto and the Impulse. So if you allow me, Luca.
Of course.
First of all, the most revolutionary change is the 29 degrees angle of the blade, because it allows a thinning of the foot in a much more relaxed position, which makes finning comfortable while highly effective on a surface, but even when it's to overcome situations like when you're coming up from the depth, if you make a deep dive and you're very negative, or the other way around when you do a duck dive and you go down, or when you swim in high current, or maybe even scuba dive, because there's a lot of long blade user dive masters that want to keep the group together. either way, the 29 degrees is for me the most revolutionary part of this new fin. So it's the 3000 that everybody knows, everybody starts with, then with the 29 degree angle. It's a decreasing material from 4 to 2 millimeter. It's conical shape that you know, it's hard to see, but there's a conical shape in here. You see the soft, I call them spoilers, the water rails. That makes it much easier and more easier to fin and keep the water on the blade itself. It has the rondine, which is the Italian for swallow, the swallow start, the tail, sorry. And all these features together make it, for me, the go-to fin after you started with this 3000, like most people.
No, for sure. Luca, could you tell us about maybe what the blades are made out of?
Yeah, so it's a plastic material basically, but like Theo brought up with that 4 to 2 millimeter thickness change down the course of the blade, or the length of the blade, is going to help with how the blade performs in the water and give you a little bit more drive towards the base of the foot, but that softness feel towards the end of the blade. So it's going to have a great bend and a great response rate on it, making it, you know, a very responsive plastic fin. And just to kind of touch on Theo talking about the 29 degree angle, that's also great for surface swimming, because what it's going to allow you to do is not straighten your feet out as much, and you're going to be a little bit flatter in the water and not having to arch your back. So for surface swimming, swimming in current, you know, swimming from spot to spot, whatever you're doing, it takes a lot of strain off of your legs and back while doing that.
That's awesome. So basically you can go far with less effort.
Also, of course, any fin in general should just be prolonging your leg. And for that, you need to put your angles under some stretch to lengthen them. With this 29 degree angle, you don't need to do that as much as you used to. Everybody can stretch and train this, but now there's no need to. So you can have the same power without that effort. Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful fin. So as always, we do have a poll for you guys in the audience really quick that I'm gonna launch. So we're gonna do another 45 seconds. The question is, which aspects of the impulse do or would you value above all the others? So go ahead, you have 45 seconds. I'm already seeing people answering, and already it's a big consensus of what I think the feature is gonna be that you guys enjoy the most. We're gonna give it another 20 seconds just for people to vote. I think about 50% of the audience has voted so far. Thank you guys so much for participating. And again, guys, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A. We're reading them. We're happy to answer your questions. We love to be interactive with you guys, even if it's a comment, what you think. We're super excited to hear from you all. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. Thanks everybody for participating. Looks like the new 20 degree angle was everyone's favorite feature. Thank you so much for participating in that poll. Okay, so I think just to wrap things up with the impulse, I just want to touch on something that is part of the impulse, which is interchanging the blade. And one of the blades that it can be interchanged with is the new blade, which is called the Sprint. Theo, would you mind just sharing a little bit of information about the Sprint really quick? And I can also share just a quick picture of how that looks, because it is so similar to the Gara Modular, but not, right?
Yeah, well, the Sprint is actually the impulse, but slightly shorter. So you have almost all the benefits that we had on the impulse, but you have a little less effort to fin and also a little less propulsion. But because of the less effort, this might be a good training fin for free divers, the fishes that want to improve themselves. It's even a great scuba fin, a full foot scuba fin that has this modular pocket. That's a winner because of this, how it's flexible and how you can use it with or without a neoprene booty sock. So yeah, because of the popular demand, we designed the impulse in a slightly shorter version, and therefore slightly more affordable.
Exactly.
Sorry to add to it, what I just saw, we have the blue one with white, we have the white one, we have the black one. So you can not only change the blade, you can also already from the start pick the color that you like and change that. And
Because color is important.
yeah, you might look good, but just like the fish out there.
Theo, we have a and Luca, we have a question from Kaizen Scuba. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Hi. The question is the following: is the increased angle gonna show up in the scuba fins as well in the future? That's a great question. Thank you. Go ahead. Do you wanna shed some light on that, Theo? Maybe.
Well, first of all, just like the material that we use, we call it plastic, Luca. We're never ever going to share what's in a composite fin or what's in what we exactly do. That's like our secret. And I rather just, if we say that we really think it's a no-brainer to have a 29 degree to support real great athletes and starters alike, it makes sense that it might come back in a scuba fin.
No.
I would really like to invite anybody listening, if you get a chance to try the 29 degree angle blade, just go for it. And then I think, just like me, because of my day-to-day use here in Bonaire, I rather grip my plastic 29 degree angle blade than my composite blades, because they are so much more vulnerable in regular use, which might say a lot about me, but it's just a fact. 29 degrees it is for me, in my humble opinion.
Awesome. No, thanks for the question, guys. Please, any more, just dump them in the Q&A. We love to interact with you guys. We're so happy that you're all here. So with that, I think that we're okay to move on to the next product. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. So the next product that we're gonna talk about on stage is going to be the Cherokee Fast. The Cherokee Fast was kind of introduced at the end of 2020, but with COVID, it didn't get the proper launch that we hoped it was going to have. So 2021 is the year that we're really going to be pushing all of these products that didn't get a lot of attention that it should have due to COVID being crazy last year, of course. So the Cherokee Fast is the spear gun. Again, guys, drop your comments below as we talk, whatever it is. Don't feel shy. We're here for you. But if for some reason you don't get the opportunity to ask the questions that you want, everything is on the website, on YouTube, manuals, how-to videos, as well as on Salsify with product images and details for our dealers out there. Everything that you could possibly need is available online. So I'm gonna come back here to our screen, and I'm gonna let, probably to start with Luca on this to give us a little bit of technical information on the spear gun and its key features. So Luca, please.
Yeah, so the Cherokee Fast is gonna be a great gun for pretty much anybody. Super easy to use, has a safety, which is very important. It's gonna have the magnetic muzzle as well, which makes reloading the gun much easier. You don't have your shaft flying around everywhere with it being an open track gun. It comes with 2 bands and it comes with the reel. So it comes pretty much ready to shoot. You throw your reel line on there, throw your shooting line on, and you're ready to go. Great trigger mech in it. You know, very smooth trigger pull, very strong. Don't have to worry about anything breaking in there. And then the handle is very comfortable. It gets your hand very high up underneath the shaft, so you don't have to worry about, you know, muzzle rising when you fire. It's a little bit more technical, but it's a great feature to have. And yeah, I mean, it's a great gun, ready to shoot. Great for blue water hunting, getting into a little bit bigger fish, diving a little bit deeper where you need a little bit more range. And this gun is going to be available in a 75 centimeter through 120.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot of amazing features with this gun and a lot of different range that you can have. I know that I think we also have another poll about this gun just based on the features that Luca was telling us about. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it up here to the fast, and I'm gonna launch my poll. So we're gonna give people 45 seconds. What is your favorite feature of the Cherokee Fast? So you guys have 3 multiple choice that you can pick from. I already see some people answering. Thank you so much for that. It's coming in. In the meantime, while people are coming in, Luca, we had a question. Somebody said we missed it. What is it made out of?
Yeah, so sorry about that. I didn't say anything about that, but it is an aluminum barrel spear gun. Now, one feature about this barrel is it's actually got a flat bottom to it. And what that does is helps with keeping the barrel from bending or vibrating a little bit when you actually fire the gun. So it's going to be able to handle a little bit more power than most other rail guns out there on the market without, compromising the gun itself.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for the question, guys. Keep dropping them. We love to answer your questions. These are the poll results for you guys to see. So everyone is pretty in love with that magnetic track, which is awesome. I mean, who wouldn't be in love with it, right? Come on now.
Love that feature.
Does anybody else have anything else to add for this particular product, or do you think we're good to move on, guys? I think we're good, right? I think we have answered all of our questions. Perfect. So let's move on without further ado. So of course, we're going to stick with the spear gun theme that we have. And this is a brand new product that is new to 2021. This is the Cherokee XO. This is going to be the final product that we talk about today together. Again, you guys, you have the Q&A. Whatever you need, drop it down there for us. We're happy to answer your questions. We love the interaction. But if we don't get to what you need, again, everything is available online at Cressi.com, YouTube, as well as Salsify for product images and product details. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and we're going to switch it back over to our lovely panelists. So guys, tell me a little bit about this gun, its technical features, if you can. How is this differing from the Fast?
So yeah, with this, you're going to have the same muzzle, same handle. The barrel is a little different. It doesn't have that flat spot on the bottom, but you're not going to have the reel, and you're not going to have two bands. You're going to have one. So it's a little bit more of a price point gun. With it coming with one band, with that setup, you're going to be going towards a little bit smaller fish, maybe reef fish. And, it's going to be able to do that just fine. That's what this gun is made for. Now, it's available in a 60 through a 110, but the great thing about this gun is that you can easily upgrade it. Throw an extra band on it, throw the reel on it. That's all options that can be done with this gun. And so it's a great entry-level gun that somebody can upgrade to a heavier hitting gun, a stronger gun, a longer shooting gun to target bigger species of fish. And that color, I mean, look at it.
Come on. Who doesn't live a little lime green in their life? I totally agree with that. No, it is an absolute beautiful gun. Just based on these features that Luca's been talking about, we have our final poll for the day. I'm going to go ahead and launch it. I'm going to give you guys another 45 seconds just to answer it. The question's, what's the customization to the XO do you feel is most important? I already see you guys starting to answer. Thank you so much again. Now's a good time. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A. We're more than happy to answer anything that's on your mind. Here, we're already getting a lot of feedback here. Okay, we're gonna give it another just 10 seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and share the results with everybody. I see. Okay, all right. Thanks everybody so much for answering the poll. I'm gonna go ahead and end it and just share the results with you. So it looks like the ability to overall rig the gun exactly how you want it is an amazing feature. People love customization, whether you're a final consumer or a dealer. I think that's a huge benefit to the gun. I mean, I think that you guys can all agree with the same thing. So no, it's wonderful. And I think like maybe my final question, whether it's for Luca or Theo, I don't really know, but if I'm, even a final consumer or a shop, how would I know if I need to choose between the Fast and the XO?
It really just depends on what your clientele is, if they're more technical or if they're more just kind of like grab and go. Because with the XO, like I said, it's highly upgradable and changeable. And with the Fast, it's more of a grab and go. With that, you just need to put the reel line and the shooting line on. With the XO, it's more of, yes, you can go shoot it as is, but later on down the road, you can put a reel on it. You can put, an extra band on it, a little bit bigger shaft if you like. There's more options into upgrading it than with the Fast, it's grab and go. And
I agree. You don't have to compete. You should have both and not to sell more. But it's just you have the option.
Right.
It's different products. It's like with the Nepto, you can upsell with a strap extender, display protection, and with the EXO, you can say, okay, I'm gonna upsell with adding more products with the time. Your entry level with the gun, you learn to shoot better, and then you want to upgrade the gun. Makes sense.
Right.
No, guys, thanks so much. Do you have anything else that you want to add about anything that maybe I missed? I don't think so.
Oh, I think you really clearly pointed out a few times YouTube, and we have other platforms, of course.
Yeah.
But we really, with everything that happens today, look at us here being online. We've invested a lot of time in producing great online content for you. Instead of having to go to page 36 of the manual, just look at these little clips and see from the experts from Italy exactly how it's done, how it's made, and how it should work. And go out there and have fun, make it better, please.
Yeah. Guys, I want to thank my amazing panelists for their time today. I know you guys have crazy busy schedules. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our attendees who came out today. We appreciate your participation and just listening. It means so much to us, and we hope everyone is well and safe. Just really quick, at the end of this webinar, you're going to get a quick survey with only 3 multiple choice questions. It would mean a lot if you guys just take 15 seconds to go ahead and answer that. It'll appear on your screen as soon as I end the webinar. And of course, guys, any questions, you know where we are. Give us a call, look us up online. We're here for you. Thank you so much again, and safe and happy diving, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.